Hey there, welcome to Parenting Hacks with Dr. Yanina, and today's episode is episode 19. Hi there, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching this week episode. I'm always so thrilled to have you. I just have to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to watch today's episode. And the theme for today's episode, or the topic, is working moms and the guilt around being a working mom. And before I dive into that important topic, I wanted to remind you about the series that just finished last week, which is titled Teens Advice for Moms. And that goes from episode 14 through episode 18. And the reason why I really encourage you to take a look at those episodes is because on each episode, I have a teen guest or a preteen, and we talk about parenting. We talk about the things we do as moms that are not that great, that don't come across very good with preteens and teenagers. And the beauty about this is that these preteens and teens, they give us some tips on how to be better moms. And it's amazing. You will be as impressed as I am with them once you take a look at those episodes, because these kids, even though they're young, they know what they're talking about. And the tips and advice that they give, moms, you've got to apply those to your parenting style if you want to have a closer, stronger relationship with your preteens and teens. So I totally encourage you to take a look at what my teen guests have to say. And again, it's episodes 14 all the way to episode 18. All right, so now that I have this clear and I remind you of the series Teens Advice for Moms, I wanted to talk about working moms and the guilt that goes around that. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I just had a recent conversation with a mom, and she was telling me how guilty she feels because she works full time. And she was telling me that she's super worried about what will be the implications of her working full time when it comes to the emotional and psychological well-being of her children. She's afraid that because she's working full time and she's outside of the home for so many hours, that her kids are gonna grow up to have some emotional issues or psychological issues. So she wanted to know what I think about that. So what I'm gonna do in this episode is I'm gonna share with you what I share with her. And it happens to be that a couple weeks ago, I was browsing and checking, reading the news, and I saw in Forbes magazine an article on that specific topic. And in Forbes magazine, they cited a couple of articles, research studies that have been under that topic, and I want to share with you two of them. The first one is from Harvard, and what they found is that daughters who had working moms, they grow up to accomplish more at work, earn more money, and climb higher on the corporate ladder than the daughters of stay-home moms. So I just found that to be amazing, and I wanted to share that with you. But interestingly enough, when it comes to boys, it's a little different. What they found is that sons of working mothers, they pitch in more at home as adults with their families, and they add more hours, twice as many more hours on family and child care as moms with stay-home moms. So what I want to say before I move on is this. I have no intention to say that being a working mom is better than being a stay-home mom, or being a stay-home mom is better than being a working mom. That's not my place to judge or evaluate that decision that you have made. You know, both have amazing value. And I am not here to say that one is better than the other. That's not my place, and you will never hear me say that one is better than the other. But what I want to focus on this episode is on working moms. And again, it's because of that guilt that comes around it. As you see, research has shown that children of working mom, they grow up to be successful. And I want you to understand that it's not about being working mom that will determine your child's future. It's not about that. It's what we do as moms when we're raising our children that will determine how they grow up to be, or will influence rather how they grow up to be. So just because you're a working mom, and this research says that the children of working moms are successful, doesn't mean that if we just work and do nothing, things are just going to happen. And I want you to understand that what they found, and especially with millennials, is that this is what they're saying. You know, when they were some millennials were asked, okay, so tell me about, how do you feel that your mom was working when you were growing up? Some of them said, I'm more ambitious and successful because my mother taught me to. My mother gave me the example of wanting more and working hard. You know, another said that I'm extremely adaptable because we moved so many times and my mother helped me when we were going through one adaptation to another. You know, watching my mother working as a teenager was incredibly inspiring. I saw her put herself through so much while maintaining a full-time job, working as a single mom, going to school. And another one was saying that their mom taught them how to be dedicated, how to have passion for their own personal education, their own personal growth. Another one said that their mom taught them how to communicate well with others. So again, it's what we do as mothers with the time we have with them that will make a difference. So if you are in this position, maybe you're working full-time, maybe you got promotion and now you spend less time with your children, instead of feeling guilty about it, I want you to focus on what can you do when you're able to be with your children, when you're able to spend time with them. What type of time you're giving to them? What type of you? How much of you are you giving to them when you have the opportunity to be with them? Are you giving them quality? Are you being mindful about that moment? Are you being present? Are you being intentional about spending time with them? Maybe you can only spend time with them at the end of the day. Maybe you can have a conversation on the car when you're picking them up, and that's your quality time. So what I want you to do is to this one thing. Focus on quality versus focusing on quantity. Obviously, you are spending a lot of time working and you are giving your children an example of integrity, passion, hardworking, work ethics, dedication. You're inspiring them to be the best they can be. So instead of focusing on feeling guilty that you cannot have dinner with them every day, feeling guilty that you're working a little late today, that when you're spending time with them, be present. Turn the phone off, turn distractions off. Instead, if you can only spend time when you are giving them a ride from one extracurricular activity or sports or practice or whatever to another, well, that ride is going to be, you're going to be present, you're going to be intentional, you're going to be, all your attention is going to be on them. If you can only spend time, maybe only you can have dinner once a week, then that dinner that is once a week, you're going to be present. You're going to be there for them. You're going to show them how much you care and how much you love them during that specific one dinner that week. So moms, it's not about quantity. Of course, we want to spend a lot of time with our children, but it's not the reality. You know, you're going to work, you're trying to bring food to the table and meet their needs financially, right? So instead of focusing on what you are not able to do, I want you to focus on those specific moments that you're able to be with them. I want you to give them your best, your full attention, intentional listening, distractions away because you're tuning in to your child at that moment. And you will see that they will treasure that. They're learning from you. They're observing, they're watching you. They see how hard you work and how you are doing all these things for them. And they see that the little time that you have, you are with them. You're in tune with them. You are intentional and you're present. And they will love that. They will appreciate that. And they will grow up to be good adults. They will be fine, mom. So stop feeling guilty about working. It's just gonna just toxic your inner self. And when you welcome negative energy in yourself, that comes out and they will notice that. Instead, just embrace those little moments that you are with them and just give them your best. Does that sound good? Is that something you can do? Of course you can do that. And I am so excited that your focus from now on is not going to be on what the time that you cannot spend with them, but rather look forward and be present and mindful about the time that you are able to spend with them. So this is what I have for you this week, Mom. I hope that this gives you some encouragement and some peace of mind, and understand that it's okay. It's okay. Everything is going to be okay. So before I let you go, I want to ask you a question. Have you purchased your copy of my book, Moms Don't Quit? And if you have not done so yet, I totally encourage you to do that. Go to Amazon, go to your local Barnes & Noble or Barnes & Noble online and order your copy. In that book, I share tons of strategies, tons of ideas, tons of tips on how to help you stay connected, influence, and be in tune with your kids' needs. So it's there for you, moms. This is just to make your life easier. Take advantage of it. So head over to either your local Barnes & Noble or online and purchase your copy. And make sure that you download the workbook that comes along with the book. Until next time, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.